It's so quiet. I like being outside better. But it's too cold. You're so cute. Cade's in here with me. He was sleeping. He sleeps with his like paws out like this. It's really cute. Well, his head stays like he's like this, like closes his eyes, like a sphinx. But now he just rolled over to his side. I may have to reprimand him if he starts gnawing at himself and licking at himself, licking on himself. His skin's irritated, so he thinks he's helping it, but he's not. Poor guy. I should probably turn, that'd been smarter, Priscilla. I should turn this lengthwise so that way I have more room. No, not doing it. I want to deal with fixing everything again. All right. My mom is in the kitchen, so you might hear her. Today, when my son was leaving for church, he's so cute. I know, sorry. Don't know why I apologize. I say this every single time, the whole thing over and over again. Anyway, he's like, XOXO. I don't know where you got that from. I don't say that to him. It's so cute. XOXO. God bless him. I hope he stays sweet like that his entire life. I don't be strong and sweet at the same time. All right. How are you? Are you doing well? You might also hear the wind. It is ridiculously cold out today. It's like 30 degrees, I think, and windy. Brr. So we're inside, although it was bright and sunshiny. So even though it's cloudy, it's still bright out. My thought for today, I actually had multiple thoughts. So, of what to do. I thought that I would write with you here. Usually, I have said this before, that I write on Sundays. But I then realized that once, because I went and checked, like if you start schedule a live on your phone, you can only remain mobile. Didn't know this till now. I love you. So I do it on my phone. Like I write on my phone. I do a lot of things on my phone, which is why I appreciate the Fruit device, because it's secure. So what was my point? Oh yeah. And so like, anyway, I've talked about this before, about how I write. I could see here. I just feel like it wouldn't be the same. But anyways, I usually put on instrumental music. I actually listen to this pianist who I love. I could do it here. That'd be so weird. We could see. We'll see. Anyway, so I usually have up my notes app, and then I have the image or video that I'm going to use as like the basis of it. And then I always pray. So I just get like listen to the instrumental while I'm writing. Sometimes here lately I've actually been having to cut off the music sooner than normal, or sooner than I usually would. I don't know why, to like focus. I think I've been getting too distracted. So yeah, and then I just look at the image and go back and forth, back and forth. And then there's a portion of me reading it out loud to make sure I like the way it sounds. Yep, that's usually what I do. And so I thought about doing that here, although I would probably hit mute if I were to read it out loud because I wouldn't want there to be any spoilers. And I'm working, it's like I'm workshopping it, I'm figuring it out. So I don't know. Maybe someday I'll do that. We'll have to see. I'll pray about it. Then my thought was that before I do the devotion, I forgot to bring water. Dang it. Well, before I do the devotional, pardon me, I would like do some kind of fun little quiz. So that way, I think that like, it's like, how can I most naturally be here? It's like there's days where I myself, just like you're going through life, right? Like you're just going through life. And some days you feel like, okay, I've got this. And then, and you're like I can charge forward and I can help others charge forward. And then there's days where it's like nothing's wrong, but I'm just kind of going through life, you know what I mean? And I think on those kind of days, like back to back to back, where it's like, okay, I need to do something here. Okay, I read this devotional. I didn't get anything from the devotional. Being real. Sometimes, right? And so anyway, so just trying to be here as natural as possible is the point. Which I've always tried to do. So, which I think you guys have seen the progression of me more and more, just layer by layer. There was something else I just thought of and I can't remember. He's so cute, Cade. I think his front, they're not. His legs are even, but it always looks like to me like his front legs are shorter than his back legs. He's just always like with his legs out and his paws out. He's cute. I don't remember what else I was gonna say. Okay. Oh, I do remember. That's what I was gonna say. There's a song that I heard this morning. There was a lot. They were like going back to back. It was really, really good. And the theme was about well, trusting God. Like If the Lord Builds a House by Hope Darst played. But then like I'd Rather Be Living played at some point by Sarah Reeves. You Always Have played. Let me look here. My what was the name of the song? It has to be here. Is it Clarity? 1 second, let me look at the lyrics. Oh, okay. So Clarity by Doe played, and I thought, oh, that's the other thing about being honest. So the lyrics to Clarity by Doe. There's so much clarity in being, oh, sorry. There's so much clarity in honesty. No need to keep living in misery. How do you know that they love you for you if your pretty lies are the only face they'll ever see? So strip it down, take it off, let them see you, baby. Wear your crown, spin around, let them know you, baby. Um, I didn't know that they loved me for me because my pretty lies were the only face that I let them see. I had to learn how to love me for me because my pretty lies were the only face that I let them see. Okay, that's just a portion I was fast forwarding, went forward. And I thought, I'm like, oh, wow, that, right? Isn't that why we're honest with God? But then I thought too, like, I guess that's where I had to think back and like think back to a very long time ago where, yeah, like, teenager, I would even say early adulthood, but I feel like more of like teenager, late teens, that how, yeah, I'll go into also like mid 20s, but then that was like the shift. Anyway, about how like I never realized how people felt about me. I'd always be surprised, like, what? um, and for me, I think it's because I thought, well, I don't let you in. You're not like, oh, I don't know. I think I kept people very like, distance. I've talked about this before. Um, always kept everybody at a distance. And I was never fake. Maybe like, when I was in middle school, there may have been a portion where I've talked about that. But other than that, I was never dishonest or I'm sure I was dishonest, positive. But I meant about myself. um, I just didn't fully share everything, right? Kept everybody at a distance. What was my point of sharing that? Because I was talking about how, like, oh yeah, just trying to be naturally myself. And I think my point is that if we, I think it takes courage to sit with yourself. It takes courage to sit with yourself, to know yourself, to just be like, this is who I am. It takes courage. It takes work, but it's worth it, because then it becomes I think for me, I'm not moving from this. This is who I am, and I'm okay with, like, I'd rather be honest and true to who I am while striving to be better than to otherwise. Anyway, I don't know if any of that made sense. Hopefully it did. All right. It's already been 14 minutes. What should I do? That's me messing with my nails, if you hear that. I'm just praying and thinking what to do next. Let's go ahead and read the devotional. So I'll pray. God, I thank you so much for your love. I thank you for all the things that you have done, will do, and are doing. I ask that you please open our ears, hearts, minds, spirits, God, to what it is that you're speaking to each of us. Help us to hear you above all else, to answer you, to follow after you. Amen. All right. Today is the 9th of November. Oh, I'm doing reading from Jesus Calling. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Thank you for never asking me to do anything but be me. I love you. All right. So I promise you, I did not read this beforehand. I say that often, but that's because you're going to hear the first line. I did not look at this. And we all know my memory with writing is not, unless it's my own. Never mind. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, right? Like books. Songs, yes. Books, maybe not. Isn't that weird how memory is? My memory? Anyway. Sit quietly with me, letting all your fears and worries bubble up to the surface of your consciousness. There, in the light of my presence, the bubbles pop and disappear. However, some fears surface over and over again, especially fear of the future. You tend to project yourself mentally into the next day, week, month, year, decade, and you visualize yourself coping badly in those times. What you are seeing is a false image, because it doesn't include me. Those gloomy times that you imagine will not come to pass, since my presence will be with you at all times. When a future-oriented worry assails you, capture it and disarm it by suffusing the light of my presence into that mental image. Say to yourself, Jesus will be with me then and there. With his help, I can cope. Then come home to the present moment where you can enjoy peace in my presence. What future fear keeps surfacing for you? Remember, I will be there and I will enable you to cope. Sorry, thinking to myself and acknowledging what it is that like here lately has been circling around. I think boil it down, right? Whatever the thing be, maybe it's always about, for me, not disappointing people. Honestly, that people pleaser in me. Like, yeah. Like, not being worried. I would like to not be worried about what others think or say. And I'm thinking more of like where there's familial, you know, like those kind of ties. I think that it's not anything. This is very broad. It's not anything specific actually with here, so that we're clear. I'm just trying to like, when those things pop up, it's, well, how would I handle this? I don't want to disappoint this person. This person is going to have an opinion. I know what I want to do. Does that make sense? But God will be with me then. So God will be with me then. He'll help me then. He'll bring peace then, if that were to happen. This little thing that's in my brain. Anywho. All right. So Deuteronomy 31:6. Today I have this Bible, which is New International Version. Deuteronomy 6. Stop going past it. Excuse me. I was afraid I was going to turn past it. Okay. Oh. One more. Alrighty. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Amen. All right, next one. Luke 12:22-26. Did I say 22? What did I say, 12? I did say 12. 12:22-26. Oh, stop yawning. Hey, pardon me. I got good sleep. I mean, like I said, I wake up throughout the night, but thankfully I do go back to bed. Like, I'll wake up, check some stuff every now and then. I do try to stay off my phone, but it's become a habit to kind of, look, because I don't want to miss, things if I'm supposed to see something. All right, 22-26. But I do go with this pillow. I'm telling you right now, I thank God every single day for it. I go back to sleep just fine. It's great. Who knew all the discomfort I was feeling was because of a pillow? Like, it's great. I'm like, oh my gosh. I wake up and my body, like my upper portion is not all tense and stuff. It's so good. Okay, 22-26. Then Jesus said to his disciples, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, what you will wear. Life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. Consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn. Yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable are you than birds? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? Since you cannot do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest? Okay, and then 2 Corinthians 10:5. Second Corinthians 10:5. All right. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Hmm. I'm reading more. 1 second. So 3-5 is, for though we live in the world, we do not wage war as the world does. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. So, I will pray before I leave because that's what I do, and I like to pray for you and be in prayer with you together. So I like to pray as us together as one. Let's see here, some random things. I share about my son because that's what a good portion of my life. What's going to share about him? Oh, his current obsession is Frankenstein. Yeah. And then what else? Let's see here. That one, I just let him. This is how he gets. This is what he does. He gets like obsessive about stuff. There's a constant currents, like Shadow's still there, Skeleton's still there, historical things still there. It's just Frankenstein is his new thing, and not the cute, like, oh, that's just little kid. He like the real deal, and like you can't watch the actual thing. There's not, like, if it's not kid friendly, you're not watching it. Imagery, it sticks with us. Let's see here. What else is there? Oh. I was playing a game last night and I had to stop. I forgot with PvP how, like, anyway, my hands were shaking so bad. Like, my adrenaline is like, it's bad. So I was like, I gotta get off. I gotta settle down so I can go to sleep. I was like, I don't want. So we watched this really calm thing. I was like, I gotta calm down. I can't do this. I gotta get off of here. But I am like a sucker for the weekly or like the daily like completion of things. I know it's like it has to do with like the wiring in our brains and all that jazz. Like, the reward system. But I was like, I have to get off because I'm not, like, I was even shocked. I didn't even feel it. It wasn't until I was done. It's like, I have to get off. I have to stop doing this. Because one of them was a team thing. And the last one I got off, I was trying my best. Anyway, my poor team member. Sometimes it's the way it works. But I was like, I have to get off of here. Anyway, I didn't realize if I got off, like, how bad I was shaking. But I just have one more thing to finish for it to be done. My weekly completion of stuff. So I'm gonna try later on. It'll be later on today after I get all my things done that I have to do. But yeah, I don't know. I might have to put myself in timeout. I'll do that. If I will actually. That is how I am. Like, if something gets me too much, or it's like, I'm like, oh, you can't do it. You're on timeout. Unless you can have a healthy relationship with it, you gotta go away. That's how I am. Yeah, actually, it's pretty much me in a nutshell. Anyway, all right, I'll pray. I love you. God, thank you so much for your love. Thank you for all the things that you have done, will do, and are doing. I ask that you please be with all those that come across this. May they hear and see your love above all else. Please help them with what they have to get done. Help them, God, in their downtime, Lord, to get good rest, to feel you there with them. Please provide healing anywhere it is needed. Help them, Lord, to navigate their space, God, the relationships that they have, the friendships, business, God, all of it. Just help them to be able to lead with their voice, God, as they are wanting, but also to be inclusive, including others, God, and just kind of showing and leading the way, shepherding. That's what that is. Yeah. Thank you for shepherding us, God, and for showing us how to live and be, to accept ourselves as we are, to love ourselves as we are. Thank you for all of your goodness and your mercy. Just thank you so much for this time together. And thank you for leading the way. May we see your flickers of goodness, acknowledge them, and follow them, Lord. Amen. Love you. Have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it may be for you.